because I think it's the time to say something. And because I like you. It's simple as that.
We don't say that in public. Yeah. Well, I like you too, and I appreciate it because I think that you've had to sustain a lot of criticism this year in particular, maybe more than at any stage in your career. And I think it's time to set the record straight and to clear up a few things. Not least, I think, for the fans of Manchester United. You must be wondering what the hell's been going on.
No, as I say many times, the fans, I'm always gonna say good about them. They are the most important things in the football. You play for them. They're always in my side. I feel that every time when I go and walk out in my time, coming to me, and I feel that shit. What I did, what I do for football, and for me, it's the most important in football. The fans, for me, is everything.
I'm going to take you back to last summer. You're at Juventus, and there's massive speculation about where you're going to go. And the big rumor is that you're going to go to Manchester City. But first of all, how close was that to happening?
Well, honestly, it was close. It was close. It's something that they spoke a lot, and what Viola said 2 weeks ago, I guess, that they try hard to have me. But as you know, as my history in Manchester United, your heart, your feelings, the way the history that you did before makes difference, and of course as well for Alex Ferguson. So I was surprised in the same way, but it was conscious decision because the heart speaking loud in that moment.
You were a Manchester United legend, so when you say your heart led you, it's because of that, the history you have with the club and the relationship you maintain with Sir Alex, with the fans.
I think it was the key. It was the difference in that moment. But I cannot be loyal if I wouldn't say that Manchester City wasn't close. But I think I did conscious decision. I don't regret at some point. And as you mentioned before, Sir Alex Ferguson was the key.
Did you speak to him before you?
Yes, I did. I spoke with him, and
what did he say to you to try and persuade?
He said to me that it's impossible for you to come to Manchester City. And I say, okay, boss. So I took the decisions, and I repeat with I was with conscience that it was a good decision.
You came back, and it couldn't have started better. You played at Old Trafford. Yeah, you won 4-1 against Newcastle. You scored twice. Sir Alex was there, loving it, obviously, the return of the prodigal son. Your mother was there, the return of her own son. Your mother was crying, obviously.
Obviously, yes.
But what a comeback. How did that feel that day when you came off the pitch?
Well, that feeling was amazing. Not only the day of the game. I felt before the week before that everything changed. The world speaks about me. Cristiano was back home, back where they belong. So it was a special moment to be back to Manchester United, for our fans, and of course to score 2 goals was best welcome that I received in Old Trafford. It was a memorable day and unbelievable day too.
The Viva Ronaldo chant went up?
Yes, Viva Ronaldo.
You like hearing that?
Back? Of course I did, yeah. As I told you before, fans for me, they are everything.
2 things happened within 24 hours of you re-signing for United. One, you broke the all-time record for shirt sales in 24 hours. You actually beat a guy called Messi at PSG. You must have been happy about that.
Of course I did. As you know, I don't follow the record. The records follow me. So it's good. Another one in my book.
The Manchester United tweet announcing that you were rejoining the club was the most tweeted or most liked tweet, I think, in Twitter history.
Good, as I told you before, it was a good moment. Nobody expects, because things change around, in my opinion, in 72 hours, which is you plan, or they spoke, not only Manchester City but other clubs too, spoke about your name, that you will change Juventus for another club. But Manchester United wasn't there, wasn't in that thought of that team, but surprised everybody, even me, to be honest.
After a few weeks, things weren't going well at Manchester United. The club just wasn't firing, and in the end, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the manager, got sacked. And that's within like 2 months of you coming back. What were you feeling about what was going on at United, and what did you feel generally about the club itself and the state that the club was in compared to when you'd been there before?
Yes, to be honest, when I signed for Manchester United, I thought everything was changed, because it's 13 years that I changed. I was in Real Madrid 9 years and 3 in Juventus, and when I arrived, I thought everything will be different, the technology, the infrastructures and everything. But I was surprised, in a bad way, let's say, in that way, because I saw everything was the same. And Manchester wasn't in that moment that, as you mentioned, that Oli was sacked. Michael Carrick, he assumed the job for 2 games, Villarreal and Chelsea away, and everything was so fast, but surprised me a lot. Instability in the club. Everything was kind of the same that I.
It moved on.
No, they stopped on the clock, in my opinion, which is something that surprised me. I didn't expect, and slowly they start to change. Even the windows, the new players, and what's tough for me, because I didn't expect that. And
when you were there before, if Manchester United wanted to play under Sir Alex Ferguson, they normally